Huh. Good morning, YouTube people. How are you doing? I hope you're having a great day. It's Patrick. Thank you so much for supporting all of our recent yoga YouTube videos. It's been awesome to see all of your comments and all the positive messages we've been receiving just from releasing a little bit of yoga every week. In this video, we're gonna go over 4 tips to help you do forearm balance. So in case you don't know what forearm balance is, it's very similar to handstand except for your forearms are on the ground. It's also very similar to headstand. Really nice pose to practice. It's one of the easiest inversions to learn in my opinion, mainly because you have a really wide surface space down below to help support you when you're upside down. Know that when you're practicing these tips, whether you're brand new or a bit more experienced, it's just fine to have a wall right behind you. I will not use one today in the video, but that does not mean you shouldn't. So make sure to take the time, know your body and your practice, and let it all come together. And before we begin, please hit the like button on this video. As you know, if we get 200 likes on a video, it will be a double yoga video a week, so you can get twice as much yoga, one video from me and one video from Carling in the same week instead of just the alternate strategy that we have going on. So let's begin and get right into the mix. To start off, you're gonna want to stretch your shoulders a bit. I'm using this Dharma wheel as what I'm gonna use to stretch my shoulders here. Just putting my hands on the top of it and lowering my chest down towards the floor. You don't need to use a Dharma wheel. In fact, you could use the couch if you want, a countertop. It does not matter, but you want to begin to get some space into the shoulders. So have the hips on top of the knees, place your hands on whatever object you have. Again, I have the Dharma wheel here, and just wrap the triceps down a little bit so the shoulders stay in alignment, and then just begin to drop the heart down towards the floor and lift it back up. So you're gonna take a few rounds of just exploring the range of motion in the shoulder. Notice how I'm not going fast or slow, just kind of moving smoothly through the space. Moving smoothly through the space. Staying steady with my breath. And it doesn't necessarily matter whether you inhale or exhale to lift up or down, but you just want to create a rhythm that works for you. That feels pretty good. The shoulders feel decently warmed up. If you want to there, you can circle the arms a few times to create a little bit more space. Try not to smack the stuff you have in the frame with you. That's probably a clutch. Second thing to think about. Next thing we're going to do is just dolphin pose. So very simple. Like your downward facing dog, hands in line with shoulders, feet back, something around 3 to 4 feet, just depending on how tall you are, the length of your limbs. There's a whole lot of factors that go into it, but a comfortable downward facing dog for you. Place your hands on the ground and then just drop the forearms down to the floor. Right, so we're here, we're in the downward facing dog, then we're just gonna casually lower the forearms. Holding here, trying to keep the shoulders right over the tops of the elbow. Walk the feet in as close as you can after you drop the forearms down. Keep lifting the hips high. And we'll try and hold this for a minute. I don't know if it'll be an exact minute because I don't have a timer on me, but you could do this if you were practicing at home by yourself. And if you're practicing along with me right now, you'll just have to hold and count your breath and just kind of give it a go and see what happens. Play with 2 variations here. One, the classic with the head dropped, looking back at the feet, but also looking out at the hands. It's very important to know that when you're going upside down into your forearm balance, you're going to be looking at the hands and the wrists. It's right around where the gaze is. So it's really crucial to make sure that you're building that into your stability training. Let's be here for a few more breaths. Stay with the dolphin pose. Holding the position. You're on the heels, lift the hips up. Stay active in the shoulders, really try and flex the biceps. One more inhale, and exhale, lower the knees to the floor. Roll the shoulders back a few times. To be honest, holding dolphin pose for a long period of time is much more challenging than holding forearm balance because the strain on the muscles, especially if you're less flexible, is a bit more intense. The next thing we're going to do is, again, just one more strengthening activity. You're going to place the hands together, elbows and forearms will drop to the floor, and you'll come to forearm plank. So you get a lot of work on the forearms here to help us work into the space. Walk the feet out so they're nice and long. And all we're going to do is sway forwards and backwards a few times. So we'll start by just sweeping heart forward towards thumbs and back, heart forwards towards thumbs and then back. We've done 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Move the shoulders back over the elbows. Walk the feet up nice and close towards the backs of the arms. Feel the length here, and now sway the chest forward and back, forward and back. So you're exploring a range of motion in Dolphin Pose 2, strengthening the shoulder, creating space and flexibility, allowing yourself to stay in line with your breath. I think that's 4. It's 5. If my counting is off, I'm sorry. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Drop the knees to the floor. Sit back on the feet, and again, give the arms a slight rest. Allow yourself to recenter if that was really challenging work for you. Great. That's kind of what you're here to do. You're here to build the stability so when you get ready to go upside down, you'll feel confident and comfortable being in that space. We'll do a quick forward fold before we give the forearm balance a try. So extend the legs out in front of you. Reach the arms up towards the sky, and exhale, fold right over the top of the legs. It doesn't need to be your deepest stretch right now. Just one where you're feeling some space and awareness coming into the hamstrings. Keep reaching the heart out in front of you. You can have an aggressive pull on the feet or a gentle pull on the feet. Again, every time you come into your yoga practice, know that you're doing it for yourself. You're trying to study yourself in this space. You're trying to understand your needs and how these poses can help you connect with those or fill those needs. Take a few breaths here. That feels good. And hopefully the arms have rested a little bit. Exhale to lift out of the posture. So before we give forearm balance a go, let's just go over the 4 things we did really quickly. We created some space and a good range of motion in the shoulders. Then we stabilize that space, holding the dolphin pose and moving through variations of forearm plank and kind of transitioning from forearm plank to dolphin. So creating stability and strength in the arms. Then we stretch the hamstrings. That's really important, just a light stretch of the hamstrings, because if the hips, when you're in the dolphin pose, are close to already being stacked over the shoulders, when you hop and go upside down, you don't need to move very far. So the hop doesn't need to be very aggressive. It's more of a lean and a light hop. Awesome. So position yourself near a wall, or if you're willing to give it a try in the middle of the room, set yourself up. And we'll take a variation with the hands, elbows, and shoulders all in a nice line, pressing the palms together actively. If the hands come in slightly, don't worry about it. That's not bad at all. But don't let them come in too much. Really focus on grounding the hands down. Feeling active through the backs of the arms. Lift one leg up to the sky. Bend the opposite knee. So for me, the right leg is lifted, the left knee is bent. And a simple hop will take you to the forearm balance. If you're using the wall and the heel found the wall, congratulations. Bring the other foot up to it. As you continue your practice near the wall, try and hop as lightly as possible. So when the heel touches, eventually it's touching so lightly that it barely makes a sound. When you're at that point, then you'll really feel confident and comfortable to balance in the middle of the room. Gently come down when you're ready. Lower the knees to the floor. Sit back, bring the hands onto the knees, roll the shoulders a few times. Feel free to repeat this video as many times as you like, or keep practicing your forearm balance. Again, this was put together to give you tips, but also a how-to guide as to your own training to creating this balance in your body. Thank you for taking the time to practice with me today. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and I'll make sure to get back to them as quickly as I possibly can. Other than that, like this video. Remember, if this video gets 200 likes, we'll do a double video a week. I hope to see you on the mat again soon, whether it's here on this channel or in person at one of our workshops. Have a great day. Peace.